Here on High Value, I'm talking about all the topics that are related to inner healing, consciousness, and manifestation. Today, we're on day number 7 of our 21-day challenge for abundance. I'm going to link you the introductory video about this challenge up here in order for you to be able to join at any moment. I would be happy to have you. You can always join. Also, I want you to know that I'm offering personalized one-on-one support. If you'd like to talk to me and see how I can support you on your journey, simply book a discovery call through the link below. And now let's dive directly into today's topic. Today we're going to talk about listening to yourself. And this is still a part of the trigger series. I talked about triggers 2 days ago, and yesterday I talked about how to be unconditionally present and loving with yourself. Today, I want to take it to the next level, listening to yourself. And I've already mentioned parts of this in the last videos, but I think that listening deserves an extra video for you to be really able to really dive deeply into your triggers. So often, it happens that we are identified with that voice in our head. We are identified with the thoughts that we are thinking, and we are identified with our emotions. We're simply on autopilot. Now, this doesn't have to be that way. You can always get out of this autopilot and start being more conscious. Every moment is a new opportunity to be conscious. Every moment. You can spark the inner consciousness and start to be aware and remember that you are abundant and that feeling less than abundant is probably kind of an opportunity for you to introspect and to see what's going on within yourself. Because you're meant to feel alive, you're meant to feel abundant and awake. That's why I want to invite you to start listening more closely to your thoughts and to start listening in more closely to your feelings, feeling more consciously. When you're triggered, there's something going on within you. You're telling yourself a story about yourself that makes you feel less than. A story that is scarcity-oriented, lack-oriented, that is coming from your inner wound. And we are often trying to shift out of it very, very quickly because we want to avoid the emotions. But think of it like this. If a friend would be coming to you and telling you that they feel hurt because of something that happened, would you try to make them feel better immediately in a sense that you wouldn't allow them to feel the way they feel right now? Probably not. Probably you would listen to them. You would listen to what happened before you give any advice or before you give your opinion or before you expect from them to feel better. You would listen. You would empathize. And that's exactly what I want you to do with yourself too. Allow yourself to have your experience. Allow yourself to be less pushy with yourself and to really go through the emotion that you're experiencing. Often, in order to try to avoid emotion, we're trying to jump directly to the end result. And it can make sense in certain situations, but often it requires a lot of practice and self-awareness. And how will you build that self-awareness if you're not listening? Also, if you listen to yourself more closely, I promise you will be able to listen to others much more deeply and create much more beautiful relationships, as well as have others listen to you much more deeply, because you're coming from that place of presence, and it's so beautiful. So start approaching yourself with the same empathy that you would like others to approach you, or that same presence that you're approaching others when they are triggered. Start being present with yourself. Start being present with yourself and really, really, really listen. Listen deeply. Listen closely. Understand yourself. Understand where you're coming from. What are you feeling? What are you going through? Listen empathetically to yourself, and this is going to help you to feel understood by yourself, to feel listened to, but also to get to know the inner story much more deeply, the story that you're telling yourself about your life. And in order to build an abundant life, you need to first know and understand why you think that you're not already abundant, because you are already abundant. Sometimes we're just talking ourselves out of that. This moment is so rich and so abundant. And when you start listening to how you're talking yourself out of it, and you start understanding kind of the intricate ways in which your mind is talking itself out of abundance, then you can rise above it. Don't be afraid to listen. Just simply always know I'm abundance, I'm love, and from that place I'm listening to the ways in which I'm talking myself out of that. This process is so enriching in so many ways, and I wish you a lot of fun with applying this technique. If you have any questions, as always, put them in the box below, and then I'm looking forward to teaching you the next step on this journey tomorrow in day number 8. Have a lovely rest of your day and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.